fadeaway.
Let me step back and kiss myself. MVP time. Windy City Assassin does it again.
Live from WICB Radio.
Inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. And no flag, 92 yards.
This is
It's a goal. The Stanley Cup to the Chicago Blackhawks.
Chicago's Beat.
WICB Radio, this is the Chicago Beat, and I am Mike Mercado. Don't forget to follow the show at mmercado2333.com or comment us on Facebook at Facebook/MikeMercado2333.com. And it is time to put a bowl into what is the 2011 and 2012 Chicago Bulls season. It ended in a 4-2 series loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. There's a few things that you can be said around this season. The first one is we have to acknowledge Carlos Boozer was the only Bull who played every single game this season. He had a very nice season. At times, dominated games. The problem with Carlos Boozer all season and then into the playoffs was he could not dominate against the good teams. It was always the bottom feeders of the league. He never attacked the rim. Even when he would dominate. I mean, not a lot of power forwards in the league can stop him. We saw that with Elton Brand and the Philadelphia 76ers. Yet he refused to, and he relied a lot on that rainbow jump shot. Now you're going to need him next season. You have no choice but to have Carlos Boozer. Without Luol Deng and what now is Derrick Rose until what seems to be February, January, best case scenarios, you're going to need some form of offense, and it is going to be Carlos Boozer. To use the amnesty on Carlos Boozer right now would be foolish, because you're just putting a bigger hole on this Bulls offense than there already was. Now, my Bull of the Year who gets the Benny is Luol Deng. Luol Deng, who earned his first trip to the All-Star game this year, played up to his contract finally. Throughout the whole season, played basically with one hand. And, in my opinion, deserves and has earned the right to go be the flag bearer and represent his country in the Olympics. That is my personal opinion. He was there every single day, hustled, the best defender on the team, the most reliable player other than Derrick Rose. He's earned it. I've been very critical and have bashed Luol Deng a lot over the years. Over the last 2 seasons since Tom Thibodeau came to be the head coach of the Chicago Bulls, Luol Deng has took it to another level. Now, he's not on that superstar level, but he's a consistent, good all-star. Good luck to him in the Summer Olympics. Get healthy, and hopefully we'll have him back earlier for the regular season next year. And plain and simple for Derrick Rose, it's a wash. This season, to me, is just a wash season. It was a snake bit season. It was a shortened season for Derrick Rose. We'll see how he recovers. Hopefully he doesn't miss all of next year, which, worst case scenario, could happen. Thought around the league is he'll be back within 6 months, so it could be 6 to 8 months. So it could be late January, early February, best case scenario. But again, at points in the season, he looked like he could be a top 5 player in the NBA. So there's a lot to look forward to. Hopefully he comes back and better than ever and strong and healthy. And Coach Tibbs, I mean, just a nice season. Probably the thing that stuck out the most from this season is he kept opponents' points per game. He had the Bulls ranked 5th. And not only that, he went back-to-back seasons of the best record in the Eastern Conference and the NBA. Now, the Bulls have already said that they will pick up his option for this year. Now, they're going to work on it to extend his contract, but we did see that he is very stubborn when it comes to his own system, but his system that has worked. So I believe that the guy is a great coach, has a great mind for basketball. He eats, lives, and breathes basketball. He's going to have to make adjustments in his style, but definitely top 5 coach in the NBA right now. Well-deserved of all the accolades and the acknowledgement. Hopefully they're able to work out a deal for him and the Chicago Bulls, and we'll be able to see Tibbs coach this team for a long period of time. And then in the offseason, the Bulls have options on point guard CJ Watson, shooting guard Ronnie Brewer, and shooting guard Kyle Korver. Now, the Bulls are going to be over the salary cap by $2 million, so they could pick up the options on one of these guys. I believe personally CJ Watson lost his job in the playoffs. I think you're already going to see somebody come in and replace CJ Watson. So I believe Jimmy Butler will end up being the replacement for Ronnie Brewer. Kyle Korver is the one I think they're going to end up trying to re-sign because there will be some form of offense that they're going to need without Luol Deng and Derrick Rose. The restricted free agent is Omer Sheik, so the Bulls could counter-offer any offer that another team makes around the league, unless a team is willing to pay so much money for Omer Sheik, although I don't see that happening, even though Omer had a nice end of the playoffs. To me, it's a toss-up whether or not he's going to get a lot of money thrown at him. But I believe he will be back as a Bulls center. And then the unrestricted free agents are John Lucas, Brian Scalabrine, third, including Mike James. And I believe the Bulls will not re-sign any one of these players. So it's going to be an interesting look for the Bulls next year. They're restricted when it comes to money. A lot of it was based on them winning it over these next few years, and they weren't able to. They're going to have their hands tied behind their back when it comes to movements and being able to sign free agents this offseason. They only have about $2 million, the veteran minimum. So it should be interesting to see where the Bulls decide to go. But all in all, After saying all that, I would rate this season as a semi-success. You saw that this team could be a good regular season team, but you also saw them fall face first without their leader. Then losing Joakim Noah and having Luol Deng only being the one-arm man, Carlos Boozer not showing up in the playoffs. It was going to be hard for this team to win anything. So the ride was fun. For the most part, when we thought Derrick Rose was going to come back, when this team was winning a lot of regular season games, playing good defense, they were never out of anything. They didn't quit. It's a disappointing end. It's a heartbreaking ending in the playoffs. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a young team. We have a young superstar who's humbled from our city. We have great leaders in Joakim and Luol Deng. And hopefully we only have 3 more years of Carlos Boozer, maybe only 1 with the amnesty. So there is some light behind this tunnel. And if Miami doesn't win this championship this year, who knows what happens with that team. So we have to stay positive long term. Derrick Rose had his surgery today. The doctors, including Gar Forman, were in front of the media. All seemed very happy and were very pleased with the way his surgery went. They're saying anywhere from 6 to 8 months. Worst case scenario, they believe he might miss the whole season. Best case scenario, back in the court January, the end of January or the beginning of February. For me, get healthy, and all this team needs to do is make the playoffs. Ride the ship. Stay afloat. If you're able to stay within that 4 to 6 seed without Luol Deng and Derrick Rose to start the season, and when they come back, you can make a serious push into the NBA championship going through the playoffs. That is more than enough time to do it. There's a lot that needs to go right for the Chicago Bulls team during the offseason. Absolutely. But at the same time, we're in a pretty decent position because we have youth on our side, which is huge. Not a lot of teams have in the league right now. But don't worry, Chicago. It's only 117 more days until the Bears welcome the Indianapolis Colts into Soldier Field on September 9th at noon in the beautiful city of Chicago. The Bears. Chicago Bears. For everyone on WICB Radio, this is the Chicago Beat. I am Mike Mercado. If you disagreed or agreed with anything I had to say, tweet me at mmercado2333.com or comment us on Facebook at facebook.com/MikeMercado2333.com. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, June 1st, we change our format. So make sure you're involved and you keep giving me ideas for shows. I want to hear from you guys. Thank you again from everybody at WICB. This is the Chicago Beat.